Those of you that have followed my various web shows, in this case Grown Big, first off, thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't get to do this stuff without you, period, end of story. And that is never ever lost on me. Next, I'd like to think you realize that, I'll tell you what, I'd like to believe I do about the most infomercial-free shows there are. Okay, this show's the exception. And that is, every year I'm going to do a stand safety show. And when I do, I'm going to talk products. And I'm sorry. I try very hard to stay away from talking products because, frankly, you got enough people trying to cram buying stuff down your throat. You don't need me doing it too. I'm here to try to educate. And this just happens to be the one topic I don't know how to educate without talking products, so here we go. First off, every single time you take your feet off the ground, be it in a ladder stand, be it in a hang-on stand, you need to be connected. You need a safety device, okay? Let's start with hanging that ladder stand, okay? Most ladders, the overwhelming majority, you all know, you've used ladder stands. They go ahead, you set them across up against a tree, use a couple straps to try to fasten them down a little bit. And then personally, I want to be 20 feet up in the air at least. So I'm using generally 22 footers. Okay, so now I'm up there 22 feet laying across that platform, trying to throw that strap around the back side of the tree, and I hate that. I flat out hate it. So what I started doing is, on your traditional ladders, I'll go ahead and put up climbing sticks. I'll put up climbing sticks, and then I'll put that stand up. So now when I'm going up that stand, I actually am wearing my Hunter Safety Systems vest. I've got the lineman's belt on, so I've got an extra set of contacts. I'm a little bit safer now. I get up there. Now I'm on the back side of the tree. All I do is I'm hooked in. I cinch myself nice and tight so I don't have to worry about falling. I take the strap out of my hanger, because actually that's what I use, Hunter Safety Systems hanger, when it comes to hanging tree stands. If you hang a bunch of tree stands, they are beautiful, beautiful things. Just grab the strap out, hook it onto one side, hook it on the other, attach it, ratchet it down. Now I can climb down, take the ladder sticks down as I'm climbing down, and at the same time that I'm up there, I'm going to go ahead and hook up that lifeline right away. Lifelines are key to stand safety. We all know about wearing vests versus just a regular belt now. You know, you fall with a regular belt, well, that belt can go ahead and kill you itself. Don't worry about the fall. It'll crack your ribs. You can go ahead and take a rib, stick it into a lung, and now you're hanging 20 feet off the ground, suffocating. Okay. Or you can wear a vest. A vest will not crack your ribs. And always, always, always use a lifeline. You attach that lifeline up above your head when you're in the stand. In this case, we attached it when we were putting the ratchet strap onto the ladder stand. Attach it above the head, run it all the way down to the bottom. Keep it nice and tight and tie it off at the bottom. Now, you no longer have to use a safety strap up in the tree. All you got to do is show up wearing your vest. You show up wearing your vest, you hook it into the lifeline at the bottom before you ever take your feet off the ground, and you go on up the tree. Once you start climbing, you never unhook from that lifeline, so you are always protected. Going back to the ladder stands, the way that I'm using now to hang ladder stands is actually the stands that I'm buying. I'm buying Primal Treestand ladders. The reason I'm buying them is because they have a jaw system on the back of the platform. So when I tilt it up in that tree, I just go ahead and cinch that strap tight, and that ladder is already attached to the tree. I skip ladder sticks. So now I climb up. Those jaws have got that ladder cinched tight to the tree. I attach the straps, put on the lifeline, and I'm good to go. Okay. The points in all this are always remain connected when you're off the ground. There is no reason we can't. And you know what? You're worth it to your loved ones. Please follow all tree stand safety rules. Don't hunt out of dead trees. Don't try to put hang-ons or climbers up in the trees that are too small to support the weight. Make darn sure that tree isn't leaning forward or to the sides in any way, shape, or form. When you're climbing, always between your feet and your hands, always maintain 3 points of contact. And don't be afraid to put in a couple extra tree steps for when you get into the stand and when you're getting out. But you get that lifeline up in that tree, and you are connected the entire time you are off the ground, and you're going to come home safe to your loved ones. I'd appreciate it, and I can promise you they will too.